Okay, today's video is going to be a very me-centric video. This is just going to be me showing you guys a graphical illustration of where I am in my tier 4 hierarchy PC. That's it. So we're going to go through 216 cards. It's not going to be, we're not going through each individual cards. I'm just going to show you the cards I have, which cards I have in gem mint condition, which cards I have in mint or worse condition, which cards I don't have. We'll look up a couple of them in card ladder and we'll see why. We'll talk through some of the cards that I still need and how I'm prioritizing what I'm trying to pick up. This is going to be a video about me and my personal collection, but I have a feeling there's a lot of you guys out there who collect Michael Jordan cards in a similar way that I do. We'll talk through the hierarchy. We'll talk through all 8 pages all 8 pages of tier 4, 216 cards. It's going to be a fun video. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, here we are. For for those of you who aren't familiar with the hierarchy, you probably need to hit pause. Go into the YouTube description. There is a link and an explanation, and I'm going to link a video to the end of this video showing you just kind of talking about the Michael Jordan hierarchy project and the poster. I have an entire playlist with tons of videos, card by card, every single card that's in this Michael Jordan hierarchy project that kind of originated a couple of years ago. And so if you're new to this, if you don't know what the word hierarchy means as it pertains to Michael Jordan card collecting, it's certainly, fun to watch and fun to listen to. It's a great educational experience, and I bring on some of the biggest and baddest collectors in the world onto the channel. Just go click on this channel, the playlist, Michael Jordan hierarchy, and watch away. But it's going to take hours and hours and hours to get through it. But if you love Michael Jordan cards, it's going to be pleasure, not work. So anyway, let's talk about, this is just going to be a very me-centric video. I'm just trying to be very transparent about that. This is not what you should do. This is just where I'm at, just sort of a snapshot of my Michael Jordan card collecting journey. For those of you who are familiar with the project, you know what you're looking at here. This is tier 4, page 14. This is what it looks like. Here's the cards. Any card you see with a yellow X on it, I got it in gem mint condition. That might be a PSA 10, that might be a BGS 9.5, it might be a gem plus, it might be a min gem, but it means I own that card in gem mint condition if it's got a yellow X on it. If it has a white X, obviously that means I own the card in a graded format in a mint or worse condition. So it could be a PSA 9, PSA 8. There's no indication of that. The way I look at these cards is either I own it in a gem mint or I don't. And either I own it in a gem mint or I own it in a not a gem mint, or I don't own it at all. So if you don't see an X at all, those are the cards that I don't have that I wish I do had. And kind of tier 4, people think, well, we'll start at tier 4. It'll be real easy. Well, it doesn't really work that way, because remember, tier 4 doesn't mean cheap, okay? It doesn't mean inexpensive. The hierarchy project wasn't, predicated on most expensive to least expensive. Now, does it sort of flow in that direction? Sure, absolutely. Of course, depending on what grade you're looking for. But as we're about to see, there's a lot of cards. There are 5-figure cards in tier 4, undoubtedly, unquestionably. We will look at them today. We'll look at some really tough cards to find. Some of the rarest Michael Jordan cards in the world are in tier 4. Why would you put rare cards in tier 4? Well, the demand's not there. The awareness is not there. Maybe the set they come from is not there. Maybe the aesthetics, are not there. We're going to talk through some of that today in this video as well. But you're looking at page 14, tier 4, and we're just doing tier 4 today. I will try to come up with a video. I'm almost positive I have a higher percentage of tier 3 and tier 2 cards specifically than I do tier 4. And it's not because, the tier 2 cards are cheaper. It's because I prioritized those tier 2 cards, number one. They're often the most in-demand cards are the most easy to attain. Not now they're more expensive, but they're easier to find and get your hands on. For instance, a history class, parallel serial number to 25, like good luck. You may see one twice this decade, maybe. I don't know. It's just some cards in tier 4 are way harder to find than cards in tier 1 even, or tier 2 or tier 3. So I know for sure I own a much higher percentage of the tier 2 and tier 3, but today we're going to look at tier 4. We'll look at tier 2 and tier 3 in a future video. So the first card that really stands out to me on this page, and you'll see some great stuff, man. You'll see some real simple cards here that you could get for 20 bucks. You could pick it up raw for $5, or you could pay, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars for a PSA 10 copy. You've got your gold promo right here. You got your teammates card here. That's a one for all because there's another teammates, blue teammates card as well. You've got your hologram here, your Upper Deck MVP hologram. I don't own that in the PSA 10. That's a big boy card in the PSA 10. But the card that kind of stands out to me here that's kind of bugging me is this card right here, right in the middle of your screen. This is the Kilroy, for those of you who are familiar, 1993 Upper Deck SE Kilroy. There was a little, a commercial out, and it was, about Michael Jordan coming back to play basketball, and he had goggles, and his name was Johnny Kilroy, but he was killing the league, right? And nobody knew who he was. Well, it was Jordan, and he's wearing the number 4 in this picture, dunking on the Charlotte Hornets. But it is Jordan, right? That's the whole funny thing was he came back out of retirement with the name Johnny Kilroy, and nobody knew who he was. We know it's Michael Jordan. So I do not own that card in any grade. I am specifically kind of looking for a BGS 9.5. That would be my sweet spot. There's the card right there. There's Jordan with the goggles on, dunking the ball. But this is not the rarest card in town, right? So here's the deal, though. It's sorted by date sold. The last PSA 10 sold December 10th, 2023. So about 9, 10, 11 months ago, something like that, 11 months ago, $3,000. Now, it's hit as high as $5,500 in May of that year, 2023. The last one sold $3,000. But you can see you're not getting into a PSA 10 Kilroy cheap, right? These are the last 4 sales, 38, 32, 5,500 and 3,000. So not a cheap card. Really doesn't come up very often. That's 4 times in the last 2+ years. It's a Pop 18 PSA 10, and it is a Pop 11 BGS 9.5. The gem rate for PSA, paltry, minuscule, smaller than Danny DeVito, 2.51%. 18 out of 716 graded. But like I mentioned, this is not a rare card. Only, there's 826 that have been graded between PSA and BGS. I promise you there's 5,000 of them out there. More than that, probably 20,000 of them out there. Most of the time when you look at it, you won't grade it unless you think it has a really good chance to get a PSA 10 or a 9. Because look, if we go back, if I wanted to, I could go pick this card up, put a white X on it. Because look, I've got PSA 10 searched here, and we're looking at what, a $3,000 card? Is that fair? PSA 9, you're looking at a $180 card, $120, $200, $286. Hey, you want to collect Michael Jordan cards, but you're doing it on a budget? Pick up your PSA 8 Kilroy for what? $44, $60, $50, $33. Anybody and everybody can do that. Go get the 8. Don't worry about the 10, right? I'm not chasing that 10 right now. It's a $3,000 card. I do need to pick it up at a PSA 9, but as of right now, I do not own the card. So that's sort of the first card that stands out. Moving on to page 13 here. We've got some great cards on this. We got the East-West base, right? This is not the refractor. This is just the base with Kobe on the back. I do have that in the gym, as well as the refractor in a BGS 10. You got your round ball royalty base, right? Not the refractor. So 2 cards right by each other where you're talking about the base copy of that card rather than the refractor itself. You got your minted in Springfield. You've got your Jordan Kobe base, your Eddie Jones Eddie Jones and Jordan refractor here. Shooting Stars Force, you got a star reprint, which I just kind of put that on the back burner. This is a very boring card that does not really appeal for me. This bad boy right here, I'm pretty sure the SP Hollow Views die cut is actually available in a PSA 10 slab in a Fanatics weekly auction. I'm not sure when you'll actually be watching this video after that card's sold, but it's at auction right now, or it was at auction at the time that I made this video. Put it that way. The Championship Shots Gold is a really good looking Jordan card right there. Pretty rare card, pretty tough pack odds. Again, for those of you not familiar with the Hierarchy Project, there is a poster. On the back of the poster, it gives you the name, the title, the year, the product, the parallel, the insert, and the pack odds and or the serial numbering for every single one of the cards that's in the project. It is on the back of the poster. It's one of the largest pack odds lists for Michael Jordan cards in the world. As far as I know, it is the largest in print form that you can buy. The posters are available. They're $75 for one poster, $10 for each additional poster. Do not shoot the messenger. Some of these are, like the other day, I shipped one to some dude who lives in Washington, and it was like $59, and he bought one poster. So essentially, there's 16 bucks left over. So I'm breaking even on that. So don't shoot the messenger. I would much rather you buy 2 or 3, please, if you could. So we don't have to kill it with the shipping. Plus, it's a great deal for you. I think most people buy like 2.7, something like that when they buy them. Some people buy 10. Some people just buy 1. But most people, on average, it's been 2.7. So nothing really on on this page really stands out to me as a card that I am really urgently looking for right now. The championships, the championship gold, the electric court gold down here is a big card. Really, really rare pack odds. A lot of people don't know about that one. On the next page, you got your aerodynamics. You got your quantum. Those are really, I think those are the only 2 on this page that I am missing. So pretty good page right there for me. 25 out of 27, not bad. On this one, the card that stands out to me, again, I'm missing the baby profiles. I'm missing the baby one, the easiest one. I got the profiles 3, the profiles 2, and I don't have the baby profiles because this is one I sort of would only want in a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5. But this is the card that sort of stands out to me right here in the middle. Again, just like the Kilroy, this is not a rare card. This is a really inexpensive card, but I am sort of chasing this thing in a gem mint copy. Now, I could pick up a PSA 9 or BGS 9 placeholder, but we're talking about the Michael Jordan 1993 Upper Deck locker talk, okay? This PSA 10 right here last sold for, good Lord, $4,300 2 years ago. So check this out. This is Card Ladder. It's only sold 9 times in history. The PSA 10 has sold 4 times in 6+ years, okay? 4 times in 6+ years. And if you don't think Michael Jordan cards have appreciated in value, if you don't think Michael Jordan cards are an investment, well, 6 years ago it was a $370 card. 5 years ago it was $420. Now, multiply that by 10. It's a $4,300 card at least. Card Ladder thinks it's worth over $5,000 if it comes to auction. Pop 10, like I said, not rare. It's been graded 374. It's not because there's only like 500 out there. There's 10,000 of them out there, if I had to guess. I'm quite certain, but they're in terrible condition. If we went on eBay right now and tried to find this card, I could find 50 copies of this card probably right now on eBay. In fact, I'm going to do it right this second. Watch this. eBay. Michael Jordan locker talk, sports trading cards and accessories. 70 results. Okay, so that should give you some idea. This is not a rare card. Now, I want to find it in a PSA 10. Watch this. Oh, gee, let me guess. 0. Yes, that's right. There are none. Okay, so getting back to the value of this card, PSA 9, just like we looked at with the Kilroy, watch what happens when I put PSA 9. Bang, $300. Really, it's probably less than that. It's been way less than that before. 120, 100, 150, 132. Want to do it on a budget? Let's go to the PSA 8, 40, 50, 20. I mean, hell, it costs $22 to grade a damn card with shipping and insurance. So you're talking about a very, very, very affordable card. 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever. However much you want to overpay. So that's one that's probably on my radar. I would like to get a BGS 9.5 or a PSA 10, but dude, I'm just not paying. The 100X, I think, is the multiplier from a PSA 8 to a PSA 10. I mean, that's the crazy Jordan world that we live in. Another card that is on my radar is this one right here. You'll see we've got the total O's 95, 96, 97. For whatever reason, the 97 PSA 10 is just very, very hard to attain. Very low pop in comparison to with the 95 and the 96. And of course, there's a hot packed parallel of this one as well. But I own the 97 and a PSA 9. I own these 2 in PSA 10. So I'm looking to complete that trio. You guys know me. I'm a completionist. I'm an OCD. I like to complete sets and things like that. So that's what's on my radar as far as that goes. On this page, I'm pretty good. I'm missing the now showing. This is a parallel. I'm trying to remember. It might be serial number to 100. I think that's right. This is the now showing die cut. And I can't remember the names of the parallels or whatever, but I think that's serial number to 100. I might be wrong. Here's an interesting one because this card is in the hierarchy 2 times, but really 3, right? So remember, any card that has an atomic refractor, there's 12 Michael Jordan atomic refractors. If a card has an atomic refractor, the atomic refractor version of the card will be shown in the hierarchy. The refractor version will not show up. every single atomic refractor Jordan, all 12 of them, has a refractor baby brother, okay? So you will never see a picture of a refractor, class X in the hierarchy, because you're going to see a picture of the atomic refractor class X. But a different rule applies for a base. If there's a base version, the East-West, the Class X, the honor roll that you're looking at right here with Jordan on the front and Olajuwon on the back, you will see a base version of that card as well in tier 4, whereas the atomic will be in a much higher tier, right? And then, of course, there's the regular refractor as well. So this card, I do not own a base copy of this card in any way, shape, or form. The base copy of this card would not be super crazy expensive. I think those are the only two on this page. So another page where I'm 25 out of 27, and that's good. And just so you guys know, yeah, I am... I'm always looking to upgrade from a PSA 9 to a PSA 10. I'm not in a position where I feel comfortable, paying $2,000 to jump from a 9 to a 10, or pay sometimes $4,000, $5,000 to jump from a 9 to a 10. I'm not there right now. So Rookie of the Year up here in the top right. This is a tough Jordan card to find in a PSA 10, a very low pop card. There is one of those at auction right now at the time I'm filming this video. It looks like I'm 25 for 27 on this page. 26 for 27 on this page with a lot of gold X's. This is just the card that I just like the least in the whole hierarchy. I'm not exaggerating. Like this and that stupid star reprint, those are the two cards that I like the least. Again, I created the hierarchy, so you're like, Cajun, why'd you put the stupid things in there? Well, I tried to be objective. And I tried to solicit and elicit information from all of the more astute, the more veteran, the more savvy collectors that have been doing this for a lot longer than me. When I put this project together, this was, my brainchild, but it wasn't 100% my doing, as I've told you on a million occasions. But I just think that's an ugly card. It just doesn't appeal to me, and it's got crazy pack odds, and it's got crazy value. I just don't have it in my collection because I've put that bad boy on the back burner. So this is a 26 out of 27 page. What about page 8? I think this is also 26 out of 27, and this is the only one. Has it eluded me? This is the number 143, I think it is. So it's the Michael Jordan Ultra Effort. This is the gold medallion. So there's a platinum medallion that you will see in tier 2 of the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy. This is the gold medallion. I've got this one pulled up too because this one is really elusive, slippery as an ice cube. This is the Barry Sanders of sports cards. So I've got it pulled up. There's the card. That's what it looks like. I pulled up a PSA 9. Why? Well, let me show you why. Because the last time a PSA 10 sold was 2018. They don't have a picture of it, and it sold for $200. We don't have any idea what that thing would be worth today. A PSA 9 you can get for a very affordable $500. It was $280 as recently as this time last year, but it's doubled. It's jumped to $547. What about the pop? Why is this card so rare? I don't know, because platinums are much more rare than golds, but look at the number graded of this card. And here's the deal. I think it's hard to tell the regular from the gold. I think it's hard to tell. It's a very subtle difference, but you can look at the pop. 4 9.5s, 15 PSA 10s. It actually grades really well, just like the base copy of this card. I've graded multiple PSA 10s of the base version of this card, but this is the gold medallion, the middle child, right? The base, the gold, the platinum. The platinum is the big brother. The platinum is the super valuable one, but finding this thing in a PSA 10 has proven to be very, very tough. There's just a handful of Gem Mint copies out there between PSA and BGS combined. So really, really tough, really elusive card. If you wanted to grab it in a PSA 8, it's probably going to be a little over 100. Yeah, 199. Only one has ever sold. I mean, this is wild. This is nuts. This is wild. Only one of them has ever sold. It just recently sold $200 from a really good eBay seller, Jordan's All Day Every Day. So that card sort of stands out to me as well. And then let's just keep going on. We've only got one more page. Page 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Those 8 pages are tier 4. And for you guys that have the poster, you're not missing anything. There's no pages. It's all on the poster, right? It's just that bottom fat portion of the hierarchy pyramid. For me, when I put the project together, I put them in pages. And again, page 7 is not better than page 8. It is not better than page 14. It doesn't work that way. Tier 4 is tier 4. Tier 4's best card maybe on page 14. Tier 4's worst card maybe on page 7. It doesn't work that way, and it's all subjective anyway. Like best, worst, best looking, ugliest, supply, demand, all of that factors in. Remember, price These are the criteria to categorize and tier the cards in the hierarchy, right? There is a specific set of rules to be included and considered for the hierarchy, but even within the hierarchy, as far as what tier the cards fall in, aesthetics, demand, price, and rarity, supply or print run, rarity, right? So that is what dictates it. Sometimes the demand is so high, for instance, for an 86 Fleer, that even though it's popped 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000, whatever it is, it still has to be in tier 1 because it's the most in-demand sports card on earth. And so that gets that card into tier 1. Not to mention the aesthetics are really good as well, but it's the demand that gets that 86 Fleer into tier 1. It's the demand and a little, not really supply, but mostly demand that gets the Star 101 into tier 1 as well. So both of Jordan's rookie cards in tier 1. But this is page 8. It looks like I'm missing just the one, 26 out of 27. Page 7 right here, we're missing the Wild. This is the die cut serial number to 100. The Star Surge serial number to 100. History Class serial number to 100. Those cards just don't come up. Those are the only 3 I'm missing on this page. Those cards, honest to God, they just do not show up. So they are very hard to track down. A lot of gold X's. I love to put the gold X. I love to take out the white and put in the gold, but I don't want to do it if it's a $3,000 or $4,000 endeavor. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to do with you is just kind of give you guys, share a little update, show you 3 of the cards. I mean, look, when I first did this project, everybody's like pump and dump. And I'm like, dude, y'all don't know me at all. Don't stop posting pump and dump in the comments. Why would I share with you the 3 cards I'm looking for where y'all can go out and bid against me for the exact same cards or gouge me if you have the cards for sale? There's no incentive for me to share cards that I don't own, but I'm just showing you because that's the way I do things. I don't care. If it takes me 10 years to get the card, fine. If I got to get an 8 or a 9, I'll get the 8 or the 9. I can go get that right now and throw some more white X's on here, which I probably need to do. I need to go out here and just pick up some PSA 9s of some of the cards that we talked about, the Kilroy, the Locker Talk, and that gold medallion. If I can find a gold medallion, God, only one of them's ever sold. That's crazy. I don't know why that card's so rare. Let me know in the comments if you know something I don't know. But this was just a little sneak peek into my tier 4 hierarchy status of my Jordan PC at the moment. I'm always looking for more. I don't think I have really any duplicates of any of the cards on this page. I sort of did consolidate and spread, I liquidated all those duplicates to chase more of the unique cards that I didn't own copies of. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments. One thing you can definitely do for me is hit the like button on this video. It really helps me. If you're looking to support the channel or if you're looking to learn more about this hierarchy project or the posters that are still available and in inventory, they ship FedEx with tracking number in a protective tube, so when you get them, they're not wrinkled. I do suggest if you're going to buy 1, buy 2 for the extra $10. If you're going to buy 2, buy 4 for the extra $30. It makes sense. For $105, you get 4 posters in one tube, in one shipment. You can give one to your friend. You can give one to somebody. You can go sell the thing on the secondary market for more. I don't give a damn. But a lot of people, what they're doing is they're laminating them and they're putting little, stickers as they grab a card. So you saw my spreadsheets here, my thumbnails that I work with the white and the gold X's. Some people are putting different colored stickers based on what grade they have on each card, and they're keeping track of it on a laminated copy of it. Some people are framing it and putting it up, including the great Nat Turner in the PSA offices on the East Coast. I think it's in New Jersey, maybe something like that. East Coast PSA offices. One of my hierarchy posters, front and back, is up on the hallway, which I am super, super proud of and very flattered because this was a very difficult project that took a lot of time, and I got an immeasurable amount of help from some other really genius people that are in the hobby that know a hell of a lot more about Jordan cards than me. This is definitely a team effort. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'll try to do a video in the near future with the tier 3 stuff. I do think I own a higher percentage of tier 3 than tier 4, but that'll be more information in a future video coming soon. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if I got anything wrong. I'm always trying to get better for you guys, trying to be the most consistent content creator, which I think I am, but also the most entertaining, most educational, the one that you want to click and watch the most. That's my goal. And so I can only do that. I can only get better. I can only perfect my craft with productive, constructive, honest feedback from you guys in the comments. So thank you guys as always for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby.